Buddy, hi. How's everybody today? Oh shit. Alright, y'all. Hold on, let me get this. This is what we're looking like. Alright, let me make this full screen and we shall be here. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Thank you, Lolly. Hi, Lolly. Hi, Barry. Hello, mamas. Alright, guys. So, hello. Happy Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? I think it's, yeah, today's Tuesday, right? Can you see? Does it look good? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So today is a new series, everybody. Today is a new series. I haven't been on, but we are going to start a new series. And this series is going to be our Sir Mix-a-Lot series. So this is going to be our glitter Sir Mix-a-Lot series into an acrylic, into a nail set. Thank you, my love. So let me know if you can hear me, and all that good shenanigans too. So today we're going to start with red. So we're going to go the full rainbow route. And the rainbow route, we're going to start with red. There's going to be 11 colors. 11 colors, everybody. Hi, Shirley. How are you? Hello, everybody. Hi. So there will be 11 colors in this series. Now, let me tell you how this is going to go. We're going to start with red and work our way to the 11th color. Hi, Skies. Hello. And what we're going to do is first we're going to mix the glitter. All right, so we're going to mix the red glitter, and that means every single glitter I own of that color is going in this mix. Okay, so that's going to be one mix. We have 11 because even though I have 10 fingers, is it going to be 11 colors? 10 colors. Sorry, it's going to be 10 colors. Hi, Christina. Hi, TK. How are you? So so each one that we get done with, right? So we're going to be doing red today. So we're doing red glitter. Every red type of glitter I freaking own. Will turn into an acrylic. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix that red and with just the glitter, gather all of our stuff together, sit down, mix it, and then we're going to mix it into an acrylic, a custom glitter acrylic by moi. And then after we do that, we're going to swatch it. Now, that's going to be for each one of the colors. Each color is going to be a different part. And then after we get done with every single color, by the end of the series, we're going to do a full 10XL 510 nail, like a full set design 5XL glitter, custom glitter acrylic set. And it's kind of like a rainbow blowout type. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, and I thought it'd be really fun. So shout out to everybody here. What up, what up, what up? Thank you for being here. My name is Sugar. It's nice to meet you. If you're new here, make sure you chat down here and let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. Hi, Cola. Hello, hello, everybody. And also make sure you like and subscribe. We like shit over here. We do a little bit of everything over here. It's kind of mishmash, a little bit of everything, but it's always nail related. Am I right, ladies? And rainbow. So what we're going to do is there's this. Yes, you see that? Okay, we have this. I did not pull any of the colors, so that way we could pull it together as our introductory into this first part of this series. So if you guys are here for this, let me know in the chat. Put a red heart in the chat if you are here for this. Now, excuse me, we have all of this was in rainbow order. I have a video coming out. It isn't exported yet. I don't know why it's taking so long. So anyway, I did all this today. So we're going to pull all the actual reds out of this one. We're going to pull and put the colors in here. Hopefully they all fit. I don't know if they will, but I didn't have time to go through this. So I figured I would show you guys this box that I have. And then we have this mamma jamma here. Let me just turn on my flash. Okay. So we have all of this to go through. And we have boxes, glow in the dark, we have flakies, we have a whole box down here. So there's so much glitter, you guys. So much glitter. Look at all them little tiny ones. All right, we have that to go through, and then we also have this to go through. So this is what I did today, and then look, Look at the sugar acrylics. Ah! Isn't she so cute? I had no idea that I even made that many sets. I didn't even realize I had that many, but here they are, guys. This is what they look like. They almost fill up an entire drawer. Isn't that crazy? Hi, Mama Sue. Hi, Wanna Be Natural. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we are going to start over on the desk and work our way over here, and then we will start mixing. So what you're going to need to mix is you're going to need a big type of container. I'm not going to go like too much, you know, because we're only going to do one nail with this color. But if I end up having a lot, maybe I will sell the rest or do a giveaway. I don't know. Haven't thought about it yet. Let's swatch the black acrylic. I don't have black acrylic. What do you... I'm so confused. We are mixing all of my red glitter, every piece of red glitter that I own. We are mixing. So right now we're going to pull these colors and we're going to go through. And then here's this drawer. Look at all these little teeny tiny jars. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 of these things on top of that and then that. So we have a lot to get through. So let's just start doing that. So I'm trying not to make you guys drunk, but I got to hold it in my hand per se for the most part. So that way you can see what the H I'm doing. I have this guy. Don't mind it. He's a little old. So I guess I could put you guys up here until I need to take you guys off, huh? Hi, Nelly. Okay. So don't mind this guy. He's old. I found him. All right. So do you love my lovely, amazing rainbow colored glitter? Isn't she just gorgeous? All right. So look at this. Oh, the pop of that color. We got this one. We got wine red. We have one that's called True Blood. All of these are holographic. We have this one, and this one is a red. It's just a matte red. And this one is the start of our pinks. So that's it for that one. So let me put this back in my drawer. That wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, huh? All right, now we have this guy. So I have this same color in smaller bags, so which is a good thing that I don't have to pick all the big bags out. But there's colors that I don't have. So let's see. We have this one, which is technically the same as this one, but just a little bit more vibrant, if you will. So I think we will I said every red, right? So we have this one, holographic wine red. We have, what is this? Oh, that's orange. Okay, let me make sure I got all the pink. Okay, that is all of the red. I don't own a lot of red and big ones. All right. Next up, the drawer. Ugh. All right. So I might have to bring you down for the drawer, y'all. Definitely going to have to bring you down because we're doing all shapes and sizes. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Alright, so I did grab these real quick because that's all that's in there. So we got those. We have this one right here. It does have black in it, so I'll just pick the red out. And I think that is all I got. Oh, nope. I see a red one in there. Oh, and numbers. I didn't even know I had numbers. That one we already have in there as a bigger one. Find Baby's Breath is a light red. It's a pretty red, huh? Okay, so there's that one. Now for the fun part, everybody. I'm going to bring you down here and I know, right? All right. So now we got to go through this. So I figured this would be our little introduction into everything. So I don't know if I should use this or if I should use a freaking Like one of these. I might have to use one of those. Okay, I'm not trying to make you drunk, I promise. I don't know. Usually that was not organized. I went through all of these drawers and redid those over the weekend. Redid all of those. These are pretty much always the same. I just went through those 2 yellow ones over the weekend. But yeah, I don't know. Ah. All right, so for first up, I don't have any red in this one, so we're good on that. And this right here I got off Amazon. And I do have, this is more of like a pink though. And this is, I guess this is a red. And then these right here are reflective. So all we need is, it looks orange, but it's actually red. So we'll grab that one. Doot. Okay, let's move that one out the way. Now we have these. So we're going to grab this guy. This guy. Focus. And that's it on that red. So we might not have to be too like whatever for the reds, because I really don't have a lot of red, to be honest with you. Alright, so here's luminous ones. Let's see if we have any red in this, because I don't really remember. But yeah, so this won't happen every single time. I figured we would just do this today, and then, you know, just as our little introductory. Okay, I guess we do have some red. Put that baby in there. Okay, I think that's it on that one. Okay. And then I don't think I have red in this. Nope. Those are just flakies, but they're all neon. Oh my Lanta, Georgia. I didn't think this was going to be as hard, guys. Picking all these colors out of here. Holding it with one hand, you know. Alright, I'm going to set you guys here, but put you in this little guy, and hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. Alright, can you still see? Alright, we're going to go here first. We're going to go here first. So, let's see. And I'm not going to do anything that has like white in it or anything like that. We're just doing red, y'all. Ooh, look at that one. What does that say? Oh, that says pink. These are my Larissi glitters. They are my favorite. If you guys, Larissi is the top brand to get glitters. I'm not even kidding or joking. It is absolutely one of my favorites. Ooh, look at that. Look how shiny that is. Yes, girl, do it. All right, let's see what we got in here. I didn't want to take them all out, so I figured I'd... Ooh, look at that. We got some hots. And it's a good way to kind of like... We got some red butterflies. Okay. All right, let's go through this here. All right, so most of this is pink and greens. Orange, blue, orange, gold. Okay, no red there. This is all pink here. And then we have these guys, which are really big, but no red in that one and no red in that one. So those will go over there. And what is this? That is pink. And then, nope. Alright, let's see what we got in this guy, because I don't freaking remember. Let's see. That's like a, almost like a metallic, like pinky red color. Should we add it, guys? The pink ones are like a red-pink color. See? They're like reddy pink. Let's see. blue, silver. So now you guys get to see my entire glitter collection. What is this? Is that red? Or is that orange? That's orange. Pink. Now, this right here was all sent to me from a really awesome friend. And she's absolutely awesome. Okay, so we have a yellow, or a red there. Yellow? What the heck? And so, yeah, I'm very grateful that I was sent all this glitter. Ooh, here's some red. And this is a bright fire orange red. I'm trying to think. It looks orange, though. It looks red, but orange at the same time. So I'm like, do I add it? I don't know. Do we add that one? What do you guys think? Hi, Cordy. You're excited? Woohoo! Do you think we should add it? It's kind of like a red-orange. Okay, we're adding it. So here's one. I mean, now you can see, like, all my colors that I have. I have a lot of duplicates. And some that I've, you know, made and stuff like that. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to donate to the Glitter Drawer Fund, go ahead. Let's see. Those are silver, gold, blue, purple. Okay, we have this guy here, which is an iridescent. It's fluorescent peach. I guess that's orange, huh? Okay. Let's come over here. All right, so here's where most of my reds are. We have this beautiful, it says peach, but it's red. Like it's red. And I think, yeah, it's 2 of those. Or do I have 3 of those? I have 3 of those. And this one is like a dark burgundy red. It's called wine. Or burgundy. But it's supposed to be red. So, do we want to add? I'm going to add this one too. Why not? Why not? But these glitters right here are also really good from Hobby Lobby. They are craft, but they are also for cosmetic grade as well. If you didn't know that. Alright. The only thing left we have is this little guy here in my big box. And then we're ready to go. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Now, a lot of my big jars of glitters I have in my back closet. I am not going and grabbing those because they are hella huge. And yeah, that was for my shop. And so I'm not going to use them. All right. Here is this little guy. And these have really pretty glitters in them. Ooh, that one is a metallic. I don't have a lot of metallic stuff, so it's kind of good to kind of add metallic into some of my holographic stuff, you know what I mean? And like iridescent-y. Here's this one. It's kind of blowing it out a little bit, but it is red. So I got that one. And then it's pink. I think that's it on the red on that one. And I think they got this on Amazon, I think, or something like that. Yeah, actually, look, here's the Chunky and Fine Glitter for Resin Epoxy. But when I used it, I looked on the thing, and it did say you could use it for cosmetics, so. Alright, next up is the last thing, and that is our purple bin of glitter. And this is what we have all of our shapes and everything in. So this is where I store most of my little baggies of glitter. This was literally everything that was sent to me from any of my girlies or that I've won in giveaways. It's all in here. So we have this bag right here is basically the same as what we already have in there because they're just little baggies of the same glitter except for one of them. We have this one here. It looks orange, but it's actually red. It's like that fire red. And then this one is such a gorgeous color, and it's red too. It's like crushed red. Hi, J-Rob. Did you miss a red to the left in the box at the end under your hand? I don't think so, but maybe. Hold on. Some of them look red, but they're pink, if that makes any sense at all. In the box. This box or the other tiny box, like this one over here. Let me know. If I miss anybody's name, let me know, guys, okay? Alright, so we have, look at this. I can't wait to use these stars. Girl, I didn't even I don't have a lot. I need more. We have stars. Look at those. So excited for those. Super duper. And then we have some of these, but they're orange. Yeah, it took me forever to put all these in here just the right way. So that way, you know what I mean? They would all fit. Alright, here's a red. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. I got these off Amazon. Aren't they gorgeous? Alright, and those are mixed, so that'll go in the last one. So the last color, we're doing rainbow, but we're doing 10 colors in the rainbow family. Look at those. We're doing 10 color, well, there'd be 11 colors actually in this family. Are you going to make nails? Absolutely. Right now we're picking out all my red glitters because I'm mixing every single red glitter that I own. And that is the start of our series. And it will become an entire acrylic nail set. Look at all these. These are little bows, raindrops. I got these from Queen Ricken. She sent me these, which was a blessing. She basically sent me a bag of each of her glitters, and I was like, oh my god. So I put them in here, obviously just laid them all in here, but I got to get to the red now. Alright, we have this guy. It's like a reddy orange, yellow. I'm not going to put him in there, he's more orange. Look at this color. Look at these colors, though. I've never used a lot of these glitters. They're all just kind of in here. And this one is one of my favorites. And it's more orange, but it does have red in it, but... end of the side on that one. But yeah, it's a way for me to use my product, and that way we can also do nails with it. You know what I mean? Ooh, what's this one? Oh yeah, this is the red hollow, but it turns green when you move it. So that one will go in there. And then this one, that one's pink. We have orange, purple, most of it's green. Okay, we have this red one, which is like a matte. It's like a matte with pink and silver, but mostly red, so we'll just throw it in there. I said every red color. Alright, so then I guess I thought I had a little bit more reds than what I actually do. Most of it's like purples, pinks, and all that, you know? Alright, that is all of that in terms of red. Now I just threw it in there, so it's not going to fit, but alright. Alrighty-dighty. So that's everything in the big drawer, guys. Alright. Let's freaking do this, shall we? The only thing we have left to do is to go through the two little drawers, and then we can get to mixing. How y'all feel about that? Alright, so here are the little drawers, and here's everything we have so far, which I didn't think everything was going to fit in there, so. Alright, so let me move a little bit of this up. And then try to put at least the little ones in front, you know. And then we can kind of add the bottles. Alright, just throw that baby in there. Alright, there we go. Move that up once we get them other ones in here. Alright, there she is. Alright, so for this one, it's going to be a little bit hard, but we're also going to be throwing in some of this. It's red, might as well. Which that is a flaky. And now you get to see the rest of my glitter. Sandra sent me these, and they're really pretty, but I already have this color in there. I said every color, so let's put her in there. So there's going to be multiple of certain colors. We'll grab some out of that. And we have red in this one. Let's see. Ooh, we have little tiny red hearts in that one. We have some leaves in this one. Oh shit, balls, Batman. Alright. Let's see if I have any red in here. I don't think I do because these are generally mixed. That one has more than whatever in there. So they're all pink and that one has red stars in it, but to take all of those out, no thank you. Alright, I think, nope, we have red stars here, and Halloween. Alright, that is it for that. And do I have any more back there? I don't. Alright, guys, that is it for that drawer. This is the drawer. This is the drawer I was talking about, everybody. Hi, Starry. Thank you. Alright, so we have this guy here, which is like an iridescent one. We're doing all the red. This is a hot pinky color. Let's see. Ooh, I just noticed. Look at that. Oh, that's red reflective right there. Or is that orange? It looks red. Nope, that's orange now that I got it. Alright, so we got brown. Alright, guys. Let's see. Are you red? Are you pink? Okay, that's pink. All those are blues, pinks, oranges, blacks, silvers. Alright, so we don't need to get that one. Oh, shit balls, Batman. These little things are great for these little guys. I need to find a new system, but they do work really well for them. We have some lips. We have, what is this? Same thing that's in that other one. We have some more lips. And I think that's it on the red. Yep. Alright, bottom row. Do I have any red? I do. Don't know what this is. Oh, these are just chopped red. We don't have too much more to grab. And that is a red, but that's reddy pink. Alright, so we got those. We're overflowing it. Alright, we got these. There's a red in there. Let's grab that out. Hi, everybody. Be safe, Cola. Alright. Okay, the reds. I'm doing this for y'all, but also myself. Alright, so that's going to be a BI to get back in the box. And then we have these, but I don't think I have any red. I think most of them are orange. Yeah, they're all like an orangey red color, like that one right there. So we won't need those. And then I have pink, blue, all these in the pink are iridescent. Alright, I don't think I need anything out of that guy. Okay, guys, I think that's all the red I own. So, alright, who's ready? Hi, Molly. Alright, I'm just going to set these back in here, and then that way we can get going. I'll set you guys back up on the thing, too. Ugh. And then I'm just going to set these inside because I'm not going to put them back in the thingy. Alright, so that is every red that I own, y'all. Holy shnikes. Go back in there. Alright, here we go. Here is every red that I own. Hi, Sunnylicious. I don't know what you will do, but I like the shinies. Woo! Hi, Molly. Hello, everybody. Alright, I'm going to take you out of this, guys, so that way I can put you overhead, and then we can get to mixing. Are you guys ready? Shout out to everybody in here. What up? I'm obsessed with glitter, too. As you can see. Alright. Stay. Alright, what's that look like? Good? Alright, so I have my little jar that the acrylic part is going to go in. And then we have this guy, which we are going to use as our mixing. And then I like to use my glitter spoon. As you guys know, this guy here is a must. As well as my other glitter spoon. Where'd you go? This little guy right here. So these are sugar spoons that we always use. Alright, guys. Who's ready? Alright, let me get all those guys. And I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. And I'm going to I want you guys to be able to like see everything. So I'm going to put this kind of like right there. You know what I mean? And then that way you can kind of see me pulling from that and whatnot. Here is our mixing guy, our spoons. And then I'm definitely going to need a thing of tweezers. All right. Who's ready? You're pumping gas. Nice. A balanced diet means cupcake in each hand. Yes, Nikki. Yay. I like your name, Sunny. I know, right? Oh, I'm so excited. All right. So this is part 1 of our series. So this is what we're going to use. And there's already, what is that inside? Glitter, of course. Okay. So we're going to use this. This is a 1 ounce or a 2 ounce thingy-majigger I got at Hobby Lobby. This is what our acrylic's going to go in. If I have any left over, then maybe after we're done with this series, I can put them all together and you guys, maybe I'll do a giveaway or something. But I do have my swatch stick here as well. Alrighty, dighty. Let's freaking do this, shall we? Did you grab pinks for me? No. Only red. We're starting with red, then pink will be second, and then so forth, so on. We got 10 colors, well, technically 11 colors to do. So we're going to be doing red, pink, orange, yellow. We're doing like yellow, green, right? And then we have teal, like minty teal. We have blue. We have purple. And then we have like a light purple. And then we are going to do the 10th one, so actually 10. The 10th one is going to be all of them together in a bright, fun package. No worries, babe. Be careful. All right, so let's start with these guys because these are kind of annoying. So let's start with those guys first, and then here, let me put those kind of sort of up here. Hi, everybody. If you're new, come in the chat, and yeah. All right, so first up, I'm just going to grab a few, like, you know what I mean, of this. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. We're just going to grab some red and go from there. It's a little redundant, but I said every red glitter. So when I first did it, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. Right? And I was like, once I started looking at everything, I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Because I looked at everything and I was like, how in the Atlanta, Georgia am I going to do this? But here we are. We are here. We are here. We're going to do all these first because it'll be easier. Whatever I pick out's what I pick out. At least it's red. Hi, Rose. Hello. How are you? How are you? Oh, shit. I had two, too. If you are having a good day, put rainbows in the chat, please. Thanks. Now, I did say, if you're new and you're just popping in, I am mixing every single red glitter that I own. And we're making nails and acrylics. So we're going to make make them into a custom acrylic. So I don't have a lot of like, what are those the big thick ones? You know what I mean? But yes, we're making it into a custom acrylic, and then we're going to, after we get done with all the colors, then we're going to go and do an entire nail set with all the colors. So when I put my nails together, it's a fab rainbow and it looks amazing. Because if you're new here, my name's Sugar, and I do everything rainbows. Literally. Are those all the same? Yes, they are, except for this one. This one is a different type of butterfly. Which, this is my favorite type of butterfly. I love these because you can't really find them like this, like those type. And I love this type of butterfly. Can you guys see? So I'm trying to put like quite a bit in here of like these. And I've never done this before. This is the first time I'm doing this. I make a lot of acrylics, but I haven't tried doing this. So new series alert. And if you're here for it, yay. All right, that one's done. Next one are these hearts. I know, I think so too. I'm just going to take my little spoon. We're just going to do boop, just like that. And we have red butterflies over here. It's going to be cool. Ooh, these are my favorite stars. The 4-pointed stars are my fave, you guys. I had to do 2 of that one because, like, why not? Alright, we have some leaves. These are not my favorite, to be honest, but we got to put them in there. Boop. Alright, we have some tiny little hearts here, which I'm excited for. I love this. Boop. Alright, so those are done. Alright, next we're going to do all these, like, thingies. Alright, we do have a glow glitter, which is great. I forgot they come with these little caps. Hi, Glam. Hi, Groove Queen. Hello. Hi, Monica. Hi, Glam. A scoop of this and a scoop of that, baby. And I forgot that these come with these, like, toppers on them, and they are a BI to get off. I mean, it's nice that they come with that, though, right? You know. Boop. Ooh, that one's pretty, y'all. Sorry. Had to do 2 of that one, because that one's pretty. And I'm not, like, a red person either, so. Alright, we have these little, like, shard type of holographic flaky. Boop. We're doing 1 spoonful of each. We got some metallic lips. And then we also have hollow red lips. Hi, Celtic. Aw, thank you, love. No worries. I hope you have an amazing night. Okay, so this one is an iridescent one that has red in it. We'll just do 1 of that one because it's more iridescent than anything, so I don't want too much of that in there, but let's see. Ooh. Red hollow. Oh, this has got stars in it. I didn't even know. Wow. Boop. Did not even know that those had stars in them. How about that, everybody? All right, so we have this guy here. Boop. It's super easy, and we should be good with putting all this in here with this guy. All right, let's put our flakies. Let's get our flakies in there. Let's get these are going to fly everywhere. Oh my god, they are. Already flying everywhere. Go in there. This gets everywhere, guys. The worst sound in the world is when you scrape the bottom of that. Look, it just sticks to everything. That's the fun of it, though. That's the fun of it. How's everybody's day gone so far? Oh my goodness. I don't want that to fly out, but it is what it is. We have another one. This one's a little bit on the bigger side. I guess I should take this and go like that, huh? Now, you don't want to do too much because it can ruin your... Not ruin it per se, but... since we just have that other one in there, I'm just gonna... There we go. I think I got this from Born Pretty a really long time ago. Alright, we have some more lips, but these are the holographic. So they're pretty, they're all going to be different because, like, I don't have the same glitters in each one. You know what I mean? So it's gonna, this is deja vu moment right here. Putting it back, oh, I know, I don't want to. Ooh, that one's a metallic one. That one's pretty. I don't have a lot of metallic glitter, so it's nice when I do have it. It's a different type of red. It's red, but it looks orangey red, if that makes sense. And we have this iridescent red. We'll do that one. So we have a lot of iridescent in there. We have this one here. This is really pretty. This is super pretty. So technically, I only needed one of those. And then look at this one. I needed this dark wine. Look at that. It's more of a purple, but it's red. So I'm just going to add one in there. And we'll add it in the purple too. Why not? Woo! Alright, we have this one. We have this iridescent one. Which is really pretty. Boop. Yes, girl. Hollow always. The sound is... Oh, when you're... Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. I'm trying to keep it up here so it doesn't go, like, over the chat. Or the chat doesn't go over it. And then this one is just the round ones. Which is a really pretty wine red color. It's just... Look at that. Look at that in there. Oh, my God. Ah! I am ecstatic. Okay, so this one looked... It's red when you do that. But technically, it's like green, black color when you put it inside here. So, we're just going to do a little bit of it. And see what I mean? Okay. Alright, next up, we're going to do all of our little baggies. We're almost done, and then we can start mixing. That's a light red. Look at the stars. Stars, stars. Hello, Toya. Hi, Marybelle. How are you? We are mixing all my red glitters. Do, 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 do. Get in there. Get in there. Get in my belly. I thought I had, like, other stars. Maybe not. Maybe not. We have this guy here, and it's not... I don't want the silver, though. So I'm going to try my damnedest to get, like, the most of them little... Oh, it's going to be so hard to get this red stuff. That's all I'm doing with that one. I am not digging through that. I'm sorry. We have some numbers from Glitter Planets. Shakota? Hello. Hi. Sandy V. Oh, I'm going to say that wrong. Ooh, look at these numbers, guys. Those are fun. We got some numbers in there. Oh, this one is one of my favorites. It's like a crushed crystal, but it's red. And this type of glitter I have not been able to find anywhere. And it's one of my absolute faves. It does have yellow in it, but it's more red. But this series, I have a green one, a pink one like it, and I don't know where she got it, but my goodness. So here's this one. So this is like the House of Cards type, but it has black in it. There we go. I got some in there. There's an S. I'm trying to get, like, the other stuff. Well, I didn't realize how hard that was gonna freaking be. Oh, no. No black for the me. Okay, got it. Got it. I would say those ones are the hardest to do. This one's so gorgeous. Look at that. Oh. Hi, Samaya. How are you? Hello, everybody. My name is Sugar. If you're new in here, we are mixing every single red glitter that I own into a color. We're going to do 10 different colors. And by the end, we're going to be making some nails. So this is Ready Orange. It's like that fluorescent orangey red. Add that guy in there. And this guy also went with this series. As you can tell, they're kind of the same. And I don't know where she got them, but... And then we have this one, which looks so much orange on camera, but it's actually more red. It's not dark red, but it's fluorescent red. Like fire red. Excuse me. Alright, we have this guy here. There's going to be a lot of hollow because most of my stuff is hollow. Ooh, we got some stars. I thought I knew I had other stars, man. I love those little tiny stars. Like the real super teeny. I want this to be my job too. I guess it is my job, huh? Thank you, Lolly. And I have my mods that are in here, guys. Go check them out. They all have channels as well. We have these butterflies. This is a light red / pink. I guess that's kind of pink, huh? Ooh, yeah, that is pink. Shitballs Batman. Oh, well. And then we have this. There's an absolutely gorgeous iridescent red color. Look at that. It looks pink, but it's red. It's just a different type of red. It's kind of crazy when you put these all up against each other. Charlene, hello! More hearts. There's a lot of shapes in here. I didn't realize how many shapes I had. Then we have the matte holographic. Oh shit, I just ripped my bag. Matte holographic. Boop. And I do have this in every color, so this will be a base in most of the colors as well as this. Larissi is my favorite glitter company. Just look at the sparkle. Can you see the sparkle on that? Like, oh, gorgeous, darling. We have wine red. Hello. We're mixing glitter to make an acrylic to then make a nail design. Beautiful, beautiful color. Oh my god, look. Just get in that bag, guys. Get in that holographic bag. Yeah, I just put y'all in that bag, didn't I? It's so gorgeous. I just did that upside down. No wonder I didn't get any. What the heck? I was so excited about the bag that I did it upside down. God asked me to ask you, why don't you speak to him much anymore? Why do you ask me that? Because that technically, you don't know. Hello, Ash. How are you? This one is another one. This one is a little bit on the brighter side. So you can tell the difference. One's darker than the other. And Charlotte, hello. Mandy, hello. We have this. Look how beautiful this one is, though. Oh my gosh. I love this one. It's just, I need 2 of those. Crazy. Hello. Oh, wait. Did I just do this one already? No. I did not. But I thought I did. Boop. 1 scoop of each. I definitely have, like, way more red than I thought I did. Last one, guys. Ruby red slippers. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, honey. Something. Let's do 2, just for the sake of it being the last one. Alright, guys. That is every red color that I own. Let me move this off my desk, and then we can get to it. So, I'm going to put this on. That way, I don't end up getting it everywhere. So, I'm just going to set all this in here. I definitely thought I had way less red, but I feel like I don't have as much as I do for all the other colors, you know? Alright. Alright, I'm going to move this and put this on my floor for now. Alright, guys. Ready? I'm going to show you guys up close. We're going to mix it up close and personal. Look at in there. Look at that glitter. Oh, hi, Gabby. Hi, Cece. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my. Oh, sorry. I was looking at Mike. We have literally every freaking type of glitter you can think of in here. Besides reflective, because I don't have any red reflective, or we would have it in there. We have glow in here as well. We have flakies. We have glow. We have numbers and letters and hexes and shapes and stars and lips and all kinds of stuff. I think it's going to be really pretty, though, you guys. Like, oh. And then once we mix the acrylic into it, the flaky, I feel like we need a little bit more flakies. Well, I think I'm going to add some more flakies just to kind of give us... I think we have a good ratio, though, between the thicker glitters, you know what I mean, and the smaller glitters. I think we have a really nice ratio of those, so that's good. Alright. And there's glow in here, too. I don't know how much it's going to glow, but it's Tocabella. I'm new. Hello, hello! I am making glitter at the moment. No worries. This is a new series where we are going to be mixing every single color of the rainbow. But we're going to be doing 10 colors all together, plus a multi-rainbow mix. And of I'm using every single type of glitter that I own of that color. So that's what we just did with this one, which we started with red. Alright, so there she is. Alright, now let's grab our acrylic. Now I'm going to add the acrylic into this. And here's my jar. And so for each color, we'll be doing the same thing for each color that we have. This is going to be series. And for each color, we're going to swatch. So after we swatch, I'm going to do a little demo of what it looks like on the nail. And then that way you guys can get a look at how it's going to look. And then once we get done with all 10 colors, then we're going to do a full nail set, a full super glitter nail set. Okay. Now, yeah, every color of red, every color of pink, and so forth, so on. That's how we're going to be doing it. So here's my clear. And so for this one, here's what I like to do. All right. This is how all I did was have clear in here because I used this to measure my stuff. So what I like to do is I like to measure out, which is basically 3 scoops of powder versus glitter. And what I like to do, well, it's actually 2.5, to be honest with you. Okay. So I do 2.5 scoops up to this rim right here, and then I add my glitter. Then we test it, go from there, see what it looks like, and then if we need to add more, we add more stuff, you know, so forth, so on. So I am going to make sure I get as much of, like, I can. Of, like, the big glitters and all that good stuff, you know. I'm going to get a good spoonful of all the big glitters, too. So, technically, I don't usually use this spoon, but we are just going to do it. I'm trying to get a good amount of like the bigger glitters too, so we have a good amount of those. Okay. All right, that should be good. Hopefully it's not too much. And then at the end, whatever I have left, I'll either make into more acrylics or I can put them in a giveaway, something like that. Ooh, oh, it's so pretty, you guys. Okay, and these are my jars. My jars are 20 grams. Hi, Lizmar. How are you? Just Nat. Hello, hello, hello. Mixing some colored glitters to cure depression. Absolutely. Harvey, I can't say your name, but hello. It's going to be gorgeous. And I'll show you the perfect way to get the perfect glitter acrylic every time. I'm telling you, every time it's perfect. Oh, yeah, it's already looking really, really nice in terms of like acrylic to glitter ratio, which is the shit. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Oh, yeah, guys. I shouldn't have shook that when I had the top off of it, huh? All right, let's see. It looks really, really good. Powder to glitter ratio wise. I like mine a little bit more on the powdery side, so I can actually work it down the nail. So I always like to, you know, go like this as well, just to kind of mix it even more. All right, I made sure we got a little bit of everything in there. So, excuse me, what I'm going to do is add a little bit more acrylic, because when you have glitters, like chunky glitters like that, you want that acrylic to be perfect. Like, the ratio of that acrylic you want to be like, so you can actually move it. You know what I mean? All right. I'm just going to boop, boop, boop. My cat is watching the live. Hello! What's your cat's name? Sell some? I should, huh? Sorry, that's probably really loud, but you got to shake it really, really good. Okay, I think... yeah, I think we're looking good, guys. All right. Let me clean this off. All right, let's put this up and then... okay, I gotta wash those guys. Those will go over there. All right, what I like to do, which I wish I wouldn't have put this white thing here. I wish I would have just put the freaking... you guys know me, we'll clean along the way. Let's make sure we get all... because anytime you make something with acrylic, it literally goes everywhere, guys. It's like sand. So just know that it will get everywhere. If you don't clean it off, it's just going to stick to everything. All right, there's that. Let's clean this guy off. Nice. Clean. All right, if you're new, my name's Sugar. What is up? I'm going to take this guy, and I'm actually going to take it and put this in my trash here. Clean it off in my trash so I can use it, because I don't have any more. I have to get some tomorrow, so they won't be here until Thursday. So I gotta kind of use what I got. You know what I'm saying, mine? All right, let's grab our brush and our acrylic monomer. Now, you really want to make sure you're using clean monomer for this. I'm not going to need a lot, so I'm just going to use that guy. I'm going to use my, wherever it went. Oh, I'm going to use Young Nails monomer. I'm just going to clean this guy out, make sure there ain't nothing in there, you know. All right. Got it. Young Nails monomer in. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush. So I'm going to use my new one that I got from Zule. So we're going to put this guy in here. Take our monomer, pour over the brush. Just like so. And that way it doesn't get everywhere. Put your cat's name in the chat, everybody. Mine is Kobe. So my cat, her name is called Coochie Kobe, everybody. And my other one is called Spammy. All right, let me open up my window really quickly, everybody, and then we will get to the swatch, and I'll do the nail, and yeah. Who's flipping ready for this shiitake? So I will put a 5XL nail in there so we get a good look on, you know, what everything looks like. So I have these guys. They're my favorite nails in the world. All right, let's go. All right, we have our swatch stick. Here is our glitter. All right, so what I like to do... Oh, yeah, it looks perfect. Nice. Look at that. Now, when you have too much glitter, your glitter will be focused on the top here. So when you open it, it's nothing but glitter on top. But if you have the perfect ratio, you're going to see your acrylic and your glitter both being like perfect size. Perfect. Okay? So keep that in mind, everybody. I almost lost half my thing there. But keep that in mind, guys, because it's literally a thing. All right. Are you guys excited for this series? So what I'm going to do with this series, do we want to go every day or do we want to go every other day with this series? Hi, Ava. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the gift. All right. I'm going to zoom in. Oh, my gosh. One is called Gaz. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to Gazoo. Oh, which basically means soda, and glitter loving one is called Eric, which means plum. Daisy and Coda, Fluffy and Soot. Is it Soot or Soot? Enjoy your baby love. Your Frenchie is Cinnamon. Oh my gosh, she's 5 months and a Tasmania Devil. Mine is a year. Mine just turned 2. Kobe just turned 2 literally on Saturday. Isn't that crazy? I've had her for 2 years already and it doesn't even feel that way. Alright, so usually I keep everything in front but off to my right side. Alright, so let's do this. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Oops, I almost forgot to wet that baby. Who's ready for, like, all the colors, though? Like, so we have to figure out when we want to go. So when you have a chunky like this, you want it to come off your brush just like that. Alright, let's get all these in here. Do you see that, though, where it's chunky? It's still chunky, but, like, you can pull it up the nail. It's not, like, super stacked on each other. Excuse me. I still can't get over that. I don't know what in the world it is, but... Can you guys see okay? I think it's really pretty. And then what I like to do is I like to press them down into the acrylic and then flatten them out. So that way they're not sticking off the sides or anything like that. I'm excited though. Look at that. Comes right off my brush. Love it. It's fantastical. Ooh, I think that these nails are gonna come out looking cray-cray, but like in the best way possible. You know what I mean? It's working beautifully. As you can tell. when you put the right amount of acrylic in with your glitter, guys, you're able to really work with it, and it's not so jam-packed with each other that like you can't even work with it on the nail, so it just becomes clumped all over the nail. Does that make sense? That's how I do it. You don't have to do it, but that's how I do it, and it's worked for me so far. Ooh, it's gonna look so pretty. We got some lippy lips. Oh yeah. Oop. I want all of them. I don't want to take anything off the nail. I want them all to stay right on the nail so we can kind of see a little of everything. We have flakies in here too. Ooh, that's really gonna look absolutely cool AF, you guys. You can literally see everything in there. We got stars, we got letters, we got glow in the dark, iridescent. I'm actually liking that iridescent in it. Now I gotta figure out which one that was, because I kind of want to put more of that iridescent one in there, to be honest. I only put a little bit of colors, so. Oh yeah. And then, you know, when you have a color like this too, you can always take some. If you have an open spot and you want that like jam-packed on look, fill that spot in so you have more of that jam-packed look. And then we'll pat that down. And then I'll pull the rest of that down. Like so. Alright, there she is, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we gotta see if she's actually going to glow, but I really like how that like bluish purple comes out. You see it? I know it's going inside and out, guys. My bad. I don't want it to be, but sometimes you kind of have to get it to kind of go. Shit, I got some on the other side, but that's what the underside looks like. Pretty nifty in there. Wow. Like I said, I don't have a lot of big type glitters like I do with all the other ones, but I think it's going to be really pretty. I like it. How about y'all? Do you like it? Do you think we should add more of that, like, iridescent glow? I think that's the one that had the blue in it. Not sticking in the brush. I'm going to have a little bit of sparkle in there, but it's perfect. Alright, so there's our red one. What are we naming her? Hit that tip with a dab of red. Doot. Oh, yeah. Dude, can you imagine what the entire nail set's gonna be like? Anybody? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So gorgeous. If you're new, my name's Sugar. Hello. We do some crazy shit on this channel. Hi. There you go, baby. There you go. I kind of wanted to... I'll save the butterflies for when we actually do it on the nail. Alright. That is our red. What are we naming these? I'm going to let you guys name them. Oh, what am I doing? We're doing a nail. We're doing a nail. So that way I have a whole set of these as well. So I'm going to use my finger for this. Ooh, we're going to use this bad boy right here. Boop. In all of its glory. Alright, are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Get off there. Okay, got it. Got it. Alright. Here is that. Alright. Let's find us. 6 of 5. I think I have to do a 5. Yeah. I'm almost out of these. Is this a 5? It says I don't have any 4s left, which kind of suck, but it's okay. It works. There's our nail. So let's do this, everybody. Name the red one. Little Red Riding Hood. Definitely Ruby Slipper. They need badass names. Yes, that's what I was saying. We need some, like, badassery names, everybody. Okay? Move the acrylic to the side so it focuses on the swatch. I know, I forget. Alright. Here we go. This is it. Would you guys like me to zoom in more or no? Alright, let's do this, shall we? I'm going to get the nail wet with the monomer to make it tacky. I'm so excited. Name the red, not regular. Not regular. No what? No zoom in? Is it good? Because if it keeps going out, I might have to... Hold up, y'all. Is that better? There we go. Hi, everybody. Razzle Dazzle, Red Dawn, Fall Wizard. Something, I like Razzle Dazzle, that one's cool. Something that doesn't have fall in it, because I don't like fall. If you're new, hello, we're doing an acrylic nail. We just made our own glitter and our glitter acrylic. And so now I'm going to do a nail so we can see what we're working with here and how it's going to look on the nail. And then once we get our nails actually on, we can add bigger red, you know what I mean? If we want bigger red anything in terms of like, oh my gosh, like bigger glitters per se, then we can go ahead and add those on there too, just to kind of give us, you know what I mean, for the actual nail set itself. I'm gonna push that guy down. It's gonna look really pretty. I think it would be really cool to do like a... Oh my good Atlanta, Georgia. Focus, ass. I love the 4 pointed stars. Let's make sure we got one down here. We're going to pull her up. And I'm going to take this little guy and put him there. I don't want to layer this super thick either, guys. We're going to do it kind of like how I did the swatch, just... And then we'll add anything we want to add to it. Because you can make it super thick with glitter, or you can do it kind of light on the lighter side, and it still look beautiful, you know? Ooh, we got a hut. I'm not a red girly, but you know what? I'm not mad at this. I'm really not, to be honest with you. I'm really not mad at this. We're going to take this and melt that baby into that bead we just put on there. Thin it out. Push it in. Ooh. This nail set's gonna look banging, dude. It really is. It's going to look banging. And then just kind of hold your stuff down. You know, hold some of your big glitters down. Now, most people like, some people like their glitter acrylics to be so chunky you can't move them. I'm not that way. I want to still have a chunky glitter, but like still be able to maneuver it. You know what I mean? I like that kind of like purpley red color throughout that. Can you guys see the purple throughout that? Or is it just me? Because it is gorge. And I want to make it as thin as possible. Like in terms of making sure it's not super duper thick. Whoop. But we can add any excess that we want on there, to be honest. Ooh, that is gonna be hella gorgeous. I want it to be jam-packed, but at the same time, I kind of want to see all the glitters that are in it when I turn it, you know? So look, I'm not really picking up like super huge beads either. I'm just kind of picking them up and going with the flow, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to melt this bead into that bead we just put on there. We're going to pat these in. I'm going to pull this down and push this guy in. Oh my god. I am so excited for this. Can you imagine having every single one of these colors on your actual freaking nails? Can you imagine walking outside and then, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm not a red girly, but if you're a red girly, you're definitely gonna love this color. Oh my goodness gracious. And like, look at that. We could even do like a, oh my gosh. Click your heels. That is a good one though. We could even do like a ombre effect where it's coming down like a cascading ombre at the bottom instead of kind of like that, you know? Oh my god. That, I can't wait to see what that glow glitter looks like, you know? Pull this guy up. I don't want to take any of those big glitters off either. I want to make them stay on the nail. Oh my Lanta. And then I'm just kind of pushing these down. Wow. That, I am absolutely in. I am so excited for this, you guys. And I'm not even using that much monomer, which, yay. So technically, when I start this, I'm going to want to stir most of this up. So that way we can have a little bit more of those bigger glitters kind of come to us. And then we're going to slowly work that up and then down. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. And that's the thing too, when you're doing anything like this. Let's take this guy and put him there. So if you have any open spots and you have glitter that has fallen, you can take ones that have fallen and just kind of like put them in the places that you want more glitter in too. I love you guys. Snuggle Bear, hi! Hello everybody! This is almost like heaven. I might lose it when it's purple time. Yeah. So each one's going to be a different live. So you guys will have to stay tuned. Now we need to figure out exactly when the next live is going to be. What are we thinking? Do we want to do one every day? every other day? What times is this the perfect time for you guys? Or what do you think? Alright, I'm going to flatten this up so we don't have such a super thick a nail. And then I'm going to bring it down and flatten it into the bead that was there. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my Lanta. What time is it there now? Hold on. Give me 1 sec. It is 6:05 currently right now. So I started at 4:44. So is that a good time for you guys? 4:44. We are almost done. Do you guys want me to clear cap it? Or do you guys just want me to put a top coat on it? Because this isn't like, you know. Pull that down. Make that heart in the center. And then we're going to push that up to the cuticle. Now, I'm trying to move this heart over so that way it's not up at the cuticle so much, but also kind of pinned down a little bit, per se, if that makes sense. But yeah, if 444 is a much better time for you guys, then that also works for me as well. Cap and clear? Okay. We shall. I wanted to put this guy here. And then some here. Why did I do that? I'm going to lightly just pull that down just to kind of get us some here in the center. There we go. And then if you ever have any glitters that are like super stingy, make sure take a bag and flatten them, and they will stay down and they won't stick up out of your acrylic. And I'll do that in just a second. I'm going to let it kind of polymerize a little bit. I'm going to bring some of this guy here. And, oop. Okay, there we go. Nice. Beautiful. So technically you don't have to build the nail with your glitter, guys, because it's not going to be strong. You want to build your nail with do just a thin layer of glitter. If you want it, you know, completely chomped on there, do it. But just remember, you're going to have to cap it, so don't make it too thick. Like right now, this part is driving me nuts, but it's all good in the hood. So, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of, like, you take just a little bit of, like, cellophane. Take a bag or a piece of cellophane. And you're just going to hold it over the glitter like so. Let it dry a little bit. And then that way, just hold it tight in the spot that you need it held. And then that way, it won't come out of your clear. And it'll kind of help you in terms of when you go to clear cap, you're not going to file them off. Or have to keep adding because you have a glitter sticking out, you know. Ta-da! See? Alright, we got her. Okay. There we go. Alright, there she is. Now, let's go ahead and let me grab my clear, and then we can go ahead and clear cap. So even though I did a 5XL nail, we still didn't even use that much. You know what I mean? So I still have quite a bit in here. Alright. Now, let me clean my brush. Since we're going to clear cap, I'm going to use a different... you know what? I'll use this brush. Why not? I'm just going to clean her out. Now I got to remember which clear is my good clear. And we want to make sure when we clear cap too that we're cleaning your monomer. So clean your monomer out, guys. Alright. I'm not used to a small dish like that, but it works. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let me grab my clear. Alright. Okay. Tell which brush that is. This is the number 8 Kolinsky glitter brush from, I think it's called the glitter something brush from Zule. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I'm actually not minding it, to be honest. So this is what she looks like without it being clear capped. Freaking jam-packed on there. And you can always go back and put bigger ones in certain places. If you think you don't have enough of the bigger, chunkier glitters, you can always go back in and kind of add them at the top here before you go and clear cap. So it gives it more of a like layered glitter effect if that's what you want. If you want it more jam-packed like this one versus this one, you can do that too. That's what I typically do. I hope this is the right one. I hope I put the right cap on. And another thing, when you're using your jars and stuff, wherever you are using over here, like I've been wiping my brush with the monomer on this side right here. If you take and put this guy on top of that, it's going to eat through your jars. So always remember that, guys. Okay? Because, yeah. So I'm actually going to grab a pink one. That way I don't get it everywhere. Alright, here is a dental bib. I'm going to use this guy over here off to the side because it'll make my screen go gross. So. Alright. Alright. Let's fill this guy up again. I'm trying to use this so I don't go through a bunch of monomer for nothing. Hi, how are you? Alright, we're going to take our brush. Take the monomer, put it right up against that brush. And fill up your little thingy. That way you don't get it everywhere. Alright. Alrighty, let's freaking do this. Move that out of the way so I have room. Alright, ready? Hi, Karen, how are you? Hello, Rosa? Rosa. Wait a second. Oh, I was like, wait, what? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, clear capping. Typically what you want to do is make sure that your bottom layer, whatever this layer is here, is fully dry before you go to clear cap. That way it's polymerized, it's done dried, and you don't have wet acrylic on top of wet acrylic. Make sense? I just, the red bangers ball. Oh my goodness gracious. That is freaking hilarious. Alright, we're pretty much good to go. Now, what I'm going to do is wet this. Oh my god. I will show you in my flash because that is not doing what I'm looking at. Oh my Lanta. I'm going to start here. I'm going to kind of I'm going to do a little bit of a wetter bead, guys. And see what that gets me. So that way it all kind of goes where the glitter is. If I can get it to flow inside of the glitters, I won't have so many like holes or bubbles. So that's what I will continue to do. It always works well for me when I'm clear capping. This brush isn't bad. I'm going to go right up to that, and then we're going to bring it up, and we're going to blend it into that bead we just put down. Nice. Perfect. And then I'm just going to lightly brush it down. Cleaning my brush as I go. And the sides. Now I do have one sticking up here, but that's not a big deal. I'll be able to probably have to put a little bit more in this little area, which is fine. But for the most part, we're looking good. First time watching the channel. Janetta? Oh, I'm saying that so wrong. I am so sorry. Oh. Hi. Self-taught. Nice. Need advice like this. Had stopped for a few years, so my said join her page. Nice. Well, hello. The glitter gods have brought you here. Yes, yes. Alright, every time you go to make a new bead, tap your clear like that so you can get a really good bead each time. We're gonna go 1, 2, off. Place it down. And we're gonna go to the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull that up and melt that bead into the bead we just laid. Pull it kind of back down again. And then you're gonna clean your brush as you go, and then clean your sides as well. Keep those sides in, like especially on like a big nail like this. You want to make sure you keep your sides in super well, and then you want to look from here down. So you, as you can see, it's really nice and sharp in terms of like it's not like stupid bumpy, which I like about that. It's my kind of my favorite part. And we're gonna go 1 and 2. Nice. Bring it to the center. Clean your brush. Pull up. Melt that bead in. Alright, now I'm going to bring the rest of that down. And I'm just lightly like feathering it down. This is just how I do it, and you guys don't have to do it like how I do it, but I don't do like the 1 or 2 bead method, if you will. This is just how I do it. But it gets me a really nice flush area, if you will, so I don't have to. Alright, we need just a teensy bit at the end here, so I'm going to take my brush and we're going to put it just like so. We're going to melt that baby in, and then we're going to bring it up and we're going to pull it up. Alright, so this gets us encapsulated at the edge and the corners. See that? Really nice. No humpity dump. We don't want a humpity dump at the end, okay guys? That's not what we want here. We want a really nice transition at the bottom, and then that way you don't have a stupid hump at the bottom, and it's still encapsulated and look really well, and you still have structure there, because your clear is always going to be your structure powder, always. Now this nail is going to be very flat, and I'm fine with it because it's not like it's on my hand. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to brush this up just a tiny bit here because I want that to be blended up enough. And then I'm going to blend it down. Take that side up, pat that in, clean our brush here. And then I'm going to pull this in and pull this down, I mean. Now, one thing you want to do is make sure you have a good arch for your apex, so that way it doesn't break when you're doing this. And I'm just going to push that in just a fair bit more here. I'm going to clean that side. We'll do the cuticle bead. I'm going to add a little bit more here for the structure of it. And then we should be good. Let that baby dry. And then, yeah. Now, typically you want to wait a little bit longer. But I'm just going to pull this up so it doesn't dry so fast. And we have a nice transition. So now I'm going to pull this guy down. And we want that really, really nice, like, flow and transition here. As you can see, I used to have a huge hump and then it dipped down. Now it's kind of like a slope. Oop. See that? Can you see the slope? Just a little tiny slope coming down. Nothing too crazy. Okay, let's clean that bottom. Clean our edge here. Doop, doop, doop. Nice. Alright, I'm going to put one more. 1 and a 2. Right here. Clean our brush. Pat it to the side. And then I'm going to pull this up just like we did the other one. Melt that bead right up into that bead we just laid. And then I'm just going to drag. And I'm just lightly feathering it down so I don't pull it off the nail. And then we're going to blend it all in. Just like so. That way we have a nice, like, it's literally like, meow. You know what I mean? It's not super duper bumpy. It's really nice, actually, on both sides. That nail will not break, and it's also not super chunky, so now I gotta do my cuticle bead. Take that out. Place that guy there. Bring it to the center. Clean our brush off here. We're going to bring it to the edge and I'm going to pull this down. So that way we can melt that bead in there. Oh shit, just put my brush in it. No, it's perfect. Alright, so this is really going to build your apex, guys. Like, I'm not very good with the apex, but I sure try. And now that we got that one down, I'm just going to lightly kind of flatten that top out just a hair. So you can still work with it as long as your brush is still wet. So I'm just going to kind of lightly just kind of tap it upward there. Just a little bit to kind of flatten that out and give us a nice little transition there. Alright, I'm going to clean my brush real quick. Okay. One more tiny bead. And I could have went even smaller than that, to be honest. But let's push her. We want to encapsulate and make sure we get every single glitter encapsulated from top to side. Alright, let's pull that down. Really, really lightly. And then you kind of just want to focus and just kind of brush it down, but clean your brush as you're brushing down, like I just did. And then you're going to come around the little corner, clean up your sides. If you get any on your skin, try not to. I'm kind of bad about getting it on my skin, to be honest with you, which kind of sucks, but I'm working on it. But I think I did fairly decent. Now, you want to make sure you're checking your sides too, guys. So you know whether or not all of your glitter is technically completely, like right here, I missed a tiny little spot at the top there. Literally, all I need is a tiny bit. I'm actually going to take a little bit more out of my brush here, and I'm going to take the corner, take that monomer out, and I'm going to set that guy right there. And I'm going to make sure I fill that little like indent in. And when you do that, you want to make sure you're flattening that out so you don't have such a huge hump on the side. You know what I'm saying? Now I have a little hole right there just because of how my hand is, but for the most part, I wanted to make sure that butterfly was pretty much encapsulated there. Alright, clean that bad boy up. She looks gorgeous, guys. We don't need to do anything else. Everything's looking good, so that way we only need to shave a little bit off of her. Just to buff her up, you know? Make her nice and crispy. Alright, let's clean our brush. Put your powder away. You're going to clean your brush here. You're going to clean your brush with your monomer. I am getting better with cleaning my brush while I'm doing it. Hold on, I'll look at the chat in just a second, guys. Hi, Julie. How are you? Hi, Lori. I feel doing that way gives us more control. Yeah, I guess it's better for glitter too, no? If you are gentle and slow, it will cover glitter better. Yes, if you're slow with it, it will absolutely cover your glitter. I like to do it thin. A lot of people really like to do it super thick. If I do it thick, I know I'm going to have bubbles, and I know that I am absolutely going to, like, how do I want to say that? It'll cover it, but it'll look like crapola, you know what I mean? So I do it like that when I'm doing a chunky glitter. I do it little by little like that. You guys don't have to do that. Some people used to make fun of me for it, but I just do it my way and what's comfortable for me. So I would just suggest doing what's comfortable for you guys. Try a little bit of everything, see what you like, and then go from there. Because not everybody's way of doing it is going to be for everybody. So I'm just making sure my brush is clean. Okay. We got her nice and clean, guys. I do have a hair that is sticking out for some reason. Not really sure why, but we'll let her dry. Alright. Get rid of this guy. Put our cappity cap on. That way we don't lose any powder. Alright, guys. This is going to be the full process here. We're going to take this. We're going to go woo. Just like so. Now, you can get these on Amazon, you guys, but they have two separate kinds. These little this white thing I'm using. It's from 4 Pro, I think. But you want to make sure on the front that it says, that it states it has the plastic backing on it. Because if it doesn't, then they're a little bit cheaper, but they're not going to work for your monomer or your acrylic. So, keep that in mind. Alright. And I guess I don't have a bag in here. I'll have to set that guy in there. Okay, everybody. We're just going to let her kind of... I'm going to take her out so she can fully dry. Now, they will fully dry in the hand, but you want it to be as dry as possible up at the top here. And when it's in your little fingers like this, sometimes it takes a minute for it to dry because the air is not really getting to the top of it like this is. So I take it out and then I let it air dry. Okay, so we have our acrylic. So here's our first one. Let me grab a little thing so I can put the name of that on there. What did we decide? Everybody, what did we decide on name? I'll put a poll in for you guys. I have not. I'm just self-taught. I use cheap puppy pads from the Dollar Tree. I haven't tried those yet. I had to do something real quick. What? I haven't decided yet. Yes, red is our first one. Our first color of this series. We're gonna go from Red Bangers Ball. Okay. Hopefully I can fit that on my little thingy. Hold on. I have these I need to get more, but you can get these anywhere. I got mine at Walmart. And they're these little whatchamacallits? They're little stickers. I ran out of my white ones, so alright, we said red. Red Bangers Ball. Is that what we decided on? Balls. Red Banger Ball. No worries. Dinner's ready. Nice. You know what? How about we do slippery balls? Doot. There we go. I like that one. I want them to be like super freaking funny. Okay. Red slippery bubbles. Got it. And if you guys have other names you want to come up with before we get the things done, just comment underneath like this live stream or any of the other ones of names, and yeah. Okay. Alrighty dighty. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, it's gonna look so gorgeous. Okay, she still isn't ready yet underneath here. And yeah. So I'm just gonna let her air dry for just a little bit here. I'm gonna take a drink while that air dries. How did everybody like that? Like a ball with dancing gowns. Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought it was funny. You know, the red slippers. They're just slippery. They have balls on them. You know what I mean? Okay, here's our glitter. So I do have enough to make like a set of like, I can probably get one more out of this for sure. I can definitely get maybe one or two more out of what we have right here, so which would be nice. Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to dry. All we have to do is hand file, nothing crazy. I'm gonna use a thicker buffer, and we're gonna use a nice 80/80, and still kind of sticky on this side where I stuck my brush down there, but now if you're making indents inside of your acrylic, you know, then you know it's not dry yet. Alright, so we're gonna go along the side, even though it's not that dry, it's dry enough. And you know it's not dry when it comes off in like little beads. Technically, I use an 80/80 grit and 100 grit for acrylic base. And I also get the inside, the underneath, and then we'll go to the side Now, I really don't want to put my fingers in it, but I think I'm okay. I don't know why it's not drying. It is quite cold in my room, but remember, if you're new, temperature plays a role in everything. But yes, we'll be doing this every single time we do a color. So we'll make the glitter, we'll make the custom acrylic, and then we'll swatch it on a swatch stick, and then we'll also do a nail, so that way I can have like an entire collection here of them. And then that way we have a really nice colors on that I can keep or that I can auction off or do something with. And then I will also do a full nail set at the end too. I feel like the full nail set's gonna look so freaking cool. Like I am so excited for that nail set. Alright. Now, I am not going to have to do a lot of filing at all whatsoever. Just going to make sure it's nice and flat on the back. Because if you don't, it's going to make it look goofy. Because it's all about angles. And if you have anything sticking down, it's going to make it look goofy. I'm serious. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to, you know, listen to what I say. Alright. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go regular. We're going to go underneath. We're going to bring this in just a tad here. Nice. Got her! Underneath, just like the last time. It's super slippery. Same thing, we're going to bring it in on the side. So we're going to move our file a little bit like this. So we're going to go boop, like that. And that's how we're going to file the side and bring that side in and taper that in a little bit. Because it's just the top that we really need to taper in, not the bottom. Just this part up here. And then we're going to go all the way. Now for the most part, if you don't really need to do a lot of filing, you can use a 100 grit. That's less of a coarse file like mine. But you should be able to do this without going through your glitters. If you're going through your glitters, then you know you're doing it too hard. You know you're filing too hard. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. I always used to learn the hard way, and I would file my glitters down. Once you file into your glitters, you know you done went through that clear into the glitter. The whole point of clear capping is to make sure you don't go through that glitter. You know what I mean? And to make sure you're not, you know, taking that clear off. And that clear is still there for that structure, you know? Alright, we still have leveled out. Now I'm going to take this guy, which is one of my favorites. We're going to bring this side in. And you're not going to stay on one side more than the other. Alright, let's bring this in. You want it all to match from side to side. So we have a really nice, there's no like bumpies everywhere. I didn't think I was going to be given a like actual tutorial, but hey, we're here, we might as well. If you have a bulge that's coming out the sides, you want to make sure you level that out straight. And you want to make sure you're kind of rounding it off too. So I really kind of like to go underneath the bulge, if there is one, and the top of the bulge. Nice. Look at that. You can see that it comes, we have, you know, it goes, meow. And it's really, really nicely done. So now we're just going to go over this and just kind of buff it out a little bit, get those scratches out. Perfecto! Yeah. Nice. Got a nice dip on both ends. It comes down at an angle. Alrighty-dighty, everybody. Okay, let's make this bad boy straight. And if you do less, then you don't have to file as much. You know what I mean? So now we're going to take a nice buffing block and we're going to make it nice and snazzy. I'm gonna take my buff. This is my favorite buffer. And two, if you go too much here, you're gonna bring it up like I did, and you're gonna lose the bottom side of your nail. So can you see? I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of goes like that. This side is still straight because I did one side more than the other. Keep that in mind, everybody. But now I'm using my smoothing buffer and buff the shit out of her. Oh yeah. I don't use the oil and the buffer or anything like that. I just use, look, you can see how good it gets it. Oh yeah. It's gonna be gorgeous, darling. I'm gonna cross it from one side to the other. And that's really, really, really gonna give us a nice crisscross of a... Yeah. Perfect! Alright. And you can feel where you need it the most and where you don't need it. So we're gonna go side. Inside. Alright, dude. No lumpies, no bumpies. Got her. She's nice and tapered in on the sides as well. She's still kind of fat. So she kind of comes out right here. You don't have to fix it. But I am actually going to take this side in. A little bit more. I don't want to take it too far in because I don't want to run through those glitters. You know what I mean? So we're going to take this guy in. So what you do on one side, you do on the other, everybody. I'm going to cross. I call it cross sanding, but that's me. Alright, it's much better. It still kind of like comes like that. It's fine. It's just a little bit of a pet peeve, but once you get into it, it's not really going to be noticeable until you have it on your hand. Does that make sense? Beautimous. Alright, let's do this top coat, shall we? And then we're done. Hello. Hello. Oh, I'm so excited. You don't have to fix it, but yes, I do. Mary, I knew it was you, Mary. I knew it. I knew Mary was here. As soon as I seen someone say hello. Oh my god, I freaking love it. Alright, so what you want to do is obviously dust your nail off. And then you're going to clean it with some alcohol. Oh, she's going to look fabulous. Alright. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, she's going to look oh so fabulous. Oh, so... That didn't make no sense, but at the time it did. Okay? Okay. Get all your dust and debris off. Oh my gosh. Dude, this nail set's gonna be a bomb. Let me grab my topping coat. We are going to use our crystal top coat from La Katrina Nails. Alright, let's get our top coat on and then I will put her in the lamp and then we are going to I'll show you the glow and whatnot. I should have cleaned her off. Hold up, guys. I don't want nothing in my top coat. So technically, if you leave your stuff on the table while you're filing, make sure you clean it off before you put the nail in. Or you're going to get it in your top coat. It's just plain and simple. Shout out to everybody that's still in here. What up? Got it. Okay. Oh, she looks great. Look. She's super straight, you guys. Look at that. Filing didn't even have to do a lot. But guess what? Hi, Mark. We didn't even have to do that much. And look, she's perfect. Look. Can you guys see? If you look from here, you have the little arch that goes from here to here. It's still on the thin side. It's not super thick. Super chunky, but perfect design. It's like perfect though. Alright, ready? Let me take, hold on. There we go. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my ever-loving, oh my Lanta, Georgia. Oh my god. Y'all. Oh my god. And red is not even a color I like, y'all. But this is really pretty. Mixed with like the metallic red instead of it being all hollow is actually pretty freaking gorgeous. I am ecstatic about this. I really am. I am so excited for this, you guys. OM motherfucking G. I am seriously so excited for this. What in the ever-loving you know what? Oh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, I tell ya. Okay, always make sure you're taking this in. Do not let your clear, your top coat, not your clear, but your top coat, don't let your top coat bevel out on the corners, guys. On the corners as well as the sides of the nail. Alright, let's put her in. Full 60, everybody. Oh, she's gorgeous. How about that? I know, I didn't think that was going to be, like, noticeable, to be honest with you. I really didn't think that was going to be that noticeable, like the flaky thing. I had no idea it was going to be a thing. So I need to figure out which glitter that was that we did that. Thank you, JD. Mark Deaton. Is that how you say your name? Shout out to you. Hi, Isabella. J. Rob. My goodness, I can't get rid of this. Excuse me. We have Mary Jane, Shirley, Lolly's Corner. We have Calming Creations by Lori. We have Little Mamas. Who else we got here? We have Sue Lovely. Hello, hello. Zayed. We have Sunnylicious. Genuetta. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to say your name. Glam Dragon Nails. Nails by Nelly. Groove Queen Official. We have anybody else? Nails by T. Kemp. Christina Capon. Most of these ladies all have channels as well, guys. My mods all have channels. Go check them out. We have Skies. We have Karen. Rosa. We have Hannah, Snuggle Bear, Sandy, Airy, Komorbi. I don't know what that name is, but alright. And this my pawpaw's old phone, but he died. Oh. How old are you? No, don't tell me that. Are you young? You're not supposed to be here. Did y'all click the like? Aw, thanks, J-Rob. I can't wait for the full color. I know. Okay. It is kind of glowing. So let me turn my flash off. Give me 1 sec, guys. Alright. So we got a few. So I should go in and put a little bit more glow in there. But look how good they glow though. Sucks they glow green even though they were red, but they do glow, so they are in there. So technically all of them will have glow in it too. So I'll have to go through and add a little bit more of that glow, but for the most part, it looks really, really nice and shiny. All right, let me go back in. I'm going to do the underside real quick, just a 30-second snapshot here while I turn my flash back on, show you in the flash, show you in the regular light, and then that will be it for today. Yay! I miss mixing acrylic, to be honest. How would the glow powder look with that? It depends on what type of glow powder you want to use. If you're going to use white glow powder, it depends on what color you want. But it'll show through really nicely, actually, because we use the clear base with it. So this is what she looks like up front. Very clear. Do you see why I do what I do? Because look how clear the clear acrylic is on there. And it's not like, do you see any bubbles in there? No. Do you see any cloudiness? No. Because of the way that I do it. Now, if you do it like big and you go all the way down, that's when I see the most bubbles and the most cloudy. But that's just me, guys. You don't have to do it the way I do it at all. But this is going to look really beautiful. And I really think that having all of these, like, so what we're going to do is we're going to use red on the pinky and then work our way into the middle. And so that way we have every single color. And then we're going to make one that is a mix of all the colors together. And then this is what it looks like in regular lighting. Look at that. And I can see all of the, like, the little tiny reflected, not reflected, but like, you know what I mean? That is what she looks like up close, you guys. She is actually the clearest I think I've seen my nail in a very long time, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's what she looks like. Nothing too crazy, and it didn't even take that long either, which I'm very glad, very proud of. So, here it is, red slippery balls. That is our color that we made for today. We do need to figure out how do we want to do this every day to do the whole series and get the series done? We got to figure out what we are doing. Red glow powder with red clear, or red glitter acrylic. Well, that's perfect. When I do it, I'm gonna try. Yeah, try it. See if you like it, because technically, if it's a white powder but glows red, you're great. You're good. It might make it a little cloudy, okay? Just because that powder's not clear. It's just white. However, who can hold down a job with a nail like that? Girl, I'm holding down my job right motherfucking now. So, I didn't know what to tell you. Anyway, but if you take like I was saying, like a white one, which would glow red, it would be different because it would give you like a milky red color if you're using a clear. And then if you're using a red one that is red in pigment form and glows red, then you're going to have almost like a lighter red, maybe, and even a neon red color. You know what I mean? So I think that, like, it'll be different, but just play with it, see what you like, you know what I mean? Because it really varies depending on what type of glow powder you actually have and where it's from, because they're not all created equal either. Are your nails that long? Not at the moment, but they will be, girl. Every other day? Okay, we can do every other day for sure. So today's Tuesday, right? So Wednesday, all right, so we can do Thursday at the same time at 4:44 p.m. EST time. So that one's going to be pink. So stay tuned for the pink nail. We'll be doing that one. We'll be getting that one ready as well. So yeah, we'll just go from there. You're ready. You're what? Brain. You're not. No problem. I don't know where my brain went, but it just was like, la 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 la. Anyway, here is this. Go make sure you go check out La Katrina Nails, Texas. She is a small brand, awesome products, absolutely love them to death. Go check her out because this top coat's banging. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you love this series, please comment after live, hype the video because it freaking helps, especially now. But yeah, let me know if you guys are up for this series, and yeah. That's about it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And I will see you not tomorrow, but the next day on the flip side. Toodaloo. Love you guys so freaking much. You guys are troopers. Thanks for hanging with me. I hope you have an amazing, blessed, wonderful day. I love you all. Bye.